What's up everybody, another beautiful day in the Dragonflight, and today I'll be going over all the major changes for Enhancement Shamans in 10.2 and how it impacts Enhancement in both M+ and raids. TLDR, 10.2 is, in my opinion, the best iteration of Enhancement that I've ever played. Whomever you are, Enhancement class dev, I owe you a cookie. Going into 10.2, Enhancement is getting a talent tree rework. Reshuffled talent locations to open up more builds, and they sprinkled some love onto some underperforming talents, which overall makes Enhancement work even better than it did in 10.1. Now I have a video out going over all the talent changes in more detail, but TLDR, Elemental Blast has been moved up in the talent tree and they've added a choice node to it, Tempest Strike. Your Storm Strike, Lava Lash, and Ice Strike have a chance to cause bonus nature damage to your target, which works great for storm builds. Does a ton of damage, and it means you don't need to spend a Maelstrom on Elemental Blast. Just Lightning Bolt away. Primordial Wave can no longer be used to heal a friendly ally. It is now only an offensive spell. So offensive for Enhancement Shamans. So for anyone who's, for example, used it on Sarkareth and Aberrus, where you'd pop it on yourself during the intermission, well, no more! However, Primordial Wave damage is increased by 500%, so when you pop it on a mob, it actually slaps. So it's no longer just a way to buff yourself so that you can Lightning Bolt multiple targets, it's now a big slap on its own. Splintered Elements now grants you 20% haste plus an additional 4% haste per extra target hit by Lightning Bolt, rather than the 10% haste per target hit, which is an incredible change that makes it very valuable on single target. Previously, it was kinda for single target, but combined with Primordial Wave itself doing damage and getting 20% haste, it's big value on single target now. Even more so with the new set that reduces Primordial Wave cooldown to 24 seconds. But more on this soon. Then we have the Legacy of the Frost Witch, which now also increases frost damage when consuming 10 stacks of Maelstrom weapon rather than only physical damage, which means the name actually makes sense now. But this does make the talent viable for Elementalist builds, as it will make your Frost Shock slap harder, as well as your Elemental Blast, which were already pretty dang slappy to begin with. Now other than that, slight nerf to Mana Spring Totem. And going into the next season, there's of course a new tier set, 31! God, I'm old! I still remember the sensation of looting tier 5 from Serpent Shrine Caverns. Oh god, what have I spent my life on? Being a nerd, so time well spent. Anyways, the new tier 31. Its 2-set Primordial Wave summons a Lightning Feral Spirit that increases your nature damage by 20% for 15 seconds. Effectively, this is nothing more or less than the Lightning Wolf you can spawn with Elemental Spirits, and it has all the same Feral Spirit interaction, so it will also increase your Maelstrom generation and nibble on your enemy's feet. The 4-set, however, is where it's at. When you summon a Feral Spirit, emphasis on a Feral Spirit, you reduce Primordial Wave cooldown by 7 seconds, so popping Feral Spirit reduces Primordial Wave cooldown by 14 seconds, and popping Primordial Wave spawns a wolf due to 2-set and reduces its own cooldown by 7 seconds. Synergy. Which, by the power of math, we add this together and it gives us 21 second CDR on Primordial Wave, bringing it down to 24 seconds. As usually, you get 1 Feral Spirit per Primordial Wave, and it usually doesn't line up perfectly, so you'll often have 4 to 5 seconds left on Primordial Wave when your Feral Spirit comes up. And this set bonus is just absolutely wild. For the Elementalist build, it synergizes extremely well due to Primordial Wave's Primal Maelstrom and Splintered Elements talents. So every 24 seconds we instantly generate 10 Maelstrom and get between 20 to 40% haste depending on amounts of targets for 12 seconds. And the extra Lightning Wolf also increases Elemental Blast damage, making it slap even more. Then you have to wait a measly 12 seconds, and then you get all the haste again. However, it is a little bit worse for storm builds though. For a single target, it works great. Take away a point from Elemental Assault, swap Elemental Blast to the new Tempest Strike, and voila, you're cooking. For the Storm Cleave build, however, they take a much larger hit from needing to talent into Primordial Wave, so they're kinda shoehorned into doing good single target damage and decent AoE or the reverse. It is still viable, but will run into issues in higher keys and probably won't see the light of day in mythic raids. Storm single target definitely could, AoE not so much. Now if you want to know even more about Elementalist or Storm builds in 10.2, the talent rework, gearing, about the new tier, I have videos out about all of that. And I will be releasing full build guides for 10.2. And yeah, that's pretty much it for what's new for Enhancement 10.2. If you have any questions at all, hit me up in the comments or become a patron/Twitch sub or YouTube member and get access to the Stankie Gaming Discord where you can get help with anything PvE or Enhancement related. Don't forget the usual stuff, like, comment, subscribe and slap that notification bell. Thank you all for watching. I will see you next time.